I love Aroma. I have a thing for fragrances, good smelling scents, all the things. But I used to hate my sense of smell because it was so sensitive. But as I've gotten older, I use my sense of smell as a tool to be able to figure out what's going on, being present. Also, it's great for helping to remember things. And the most important, you can also use your smell to find out negative entities. Let's go over ways that you can tie your sense of smell to your spirituality. For the traditional use of smell, that's a great way and a great tool to identify things. Normally, you'll see people tie the senses taste and smell together because once you smell something, you're also inclined to taste it. But when it comes to smell and spirituality, using this as an identifier of things that are going on in your location is very key. A way that I love smell is, of course, for good smelling things. Seeing things is one way to take in your environment and things that are around you, but smelling it may give you a different sense of information. I know when I see food, I get hungry, I start to salivate because I'm greedy like that. But if it doesn't smell appeasing, I will be turned off even though my eyes are saying, that's great. My sense of smell will be like, no, it's not. So I have to make sure to be mindful that sense of smell is strong and it can help make or break a situation. Also, in situations where you need to know if a fire is going on, it keeps you safe because a lot of times you can smell a fire before you can see or feel it. So really being mindful and present in your sense of smell is a great way to keep you protected as well. Piggybacking off of that, using it for awareness, your sense of smell is really good because it helps to identify things that you wouldn't even think or know that are present. I know my sense of smell, like I said before, is very strong. I tell my kids all the time, when it's time to take out the trash, I can smell it. I can smell it so strong. They'll be like, I don't smell anything. I'll be like, no, take the trash out. Same with my son, baby. I'm like, come on, you're emitting out a whole toxic fume. Don't you smell that? And I have to be mindful, like, no, their sense of smell is not as sharp as mine. So with me really being on my spiritual journey, being able to be aware of what is going on in the aroma realm has been very, very helpful for me. Things such as sage or any type of burning offerings, I can tell how it evokes feeling because of how it smells. It's one thing to see it or for somebody to put the smoke over you, but to actually inhale and smell what those properties of whatever it is you're burning, a herb or some type of material, you get information from that as well. Using the sage, you'll smell that and you'll know to calm down or you're trying to clear something up. A lot of times too, when you're around a negative entity, it'll smell bad. Some people say it'll be rotting eggs or some type of bile. That is also letting you know that there might be something around that you need to be aware of that you don't necessarily see yet. So that is another way to really understand the energy that's going on around you. Smell will give you those indicators. My favorite way of remembering like my grandma or something is I'll walk in and I'll smell something that reminds me of her. One of my favorite things is cookies. So when I smell those, that makes me think of my grandma. But also when I smell White Diamonds, the perfume, man, that total memory of a good time or just being around my grandmother because she wore that so much. And so I associated that smell with like regal and things, you know, somebody that's like very caring, because that's what my grandmother smelled of. You guys probably have those type of associations as well, where you have a memory imprint with smell. Like, jot down in the comments some of y'all's favorite smells and some memories that it brings up. For me, my favorite, some people like gas and stuff like that. I like grass. Something about freshly cut yard where it comes across and I'm just like, I think of a pristine yard and just, you know, nice hedges and stuff. And that, I don't know why, but it's always been like that when I smell grass. Having the memory tied to your sense of smell is a great way to exercise things and also to remember things as it happened. As I'm leveling up with my spiritual journey, I've noticed that my sense of smell has become more keen. It is very, very, very fine. New. Like I said before, I will smell things before there's even an indicator or a presence known of it. And with that, it really keeps me on my toes. And if you guys resonate with that, then it keeps you aware too, because you'll just be sitting there minding your own business, and all of a sudden a smell of something comes, and sometimes the hairs on my neck stand up because I'm like, where's that coming from? What is it? Who is wearing that? It could be in a good way. If there's somebody that's attractive, I'll smell them. Like, especially if they're wearing a nice fragrance, I'll sit there, be minding my business, focus on something, and then they'll walk by and that aroma comes up. And what comes up? My spidey sense is like, oh, who is that? That smells delicious. And it just makes them more attractive because the aroma. But also with your spiritual journey, you'll smell things that are not there. And this could be things like your ancestors. I know with me, my sense of taste changed to where I'll crave something, but I don't want it. And that's how I know it's my ancestors telling me they want something, so I'll get an offering for them. Same thing with smell. You'll be in the kitchen and you'll be just minding your business, seasoning your dish for dinner, and something will come in your head like, go and smell this herb. And then you'll be like, oh, let me put some basil in this because I'm smelling it, and that smells like what I'm fixing is going to actually work with it. Same thing for spiritual activities. You'll be burning something and you'll be called because of the type of work you're trying to do. Sometimes it's just intuitively. You'll know, okay, if I'm doing protection work, I smell oregano, so I'm going to use a few drops of oil of oregano in my spiritual bath, or with me creating this mojo bag, I'll put some of that in there. That is really a way of combining that sense of smell with your really spiritual journey and to up level how you smell things that's going on. Please, if you have a story or you know things that you're able to tell with your sense of smell, please drop it down in the comments. I love reading about how you guys incorporate your sense of smell or aromatherapy into your daily lives. As always, protect your energy, and I'll see you soon.